welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we are strapping in for something that looks less like your standard trade rumor analysis.
And a lot more like a roadmap to, well, organizational shock therapy.
Exactly. The source material we have here is this incredibly detailed insider report. It takes us from a historical near miss right to the doorstep of a blockbuster trade.
A trade that could fundamentally empty the prospect cupboard.
But, and this is the key, immediately changed the franchise's entire trajectory.
It really is a study in high-stakes maneuvering. I mean, when you read these reports, you can just feel the pressure. You've got a management group trying to course-correct what's been, a somewhat disappointing season.
They're looking for that one big move.
They are. That single defining move that just screams, "We believe our competitive window is now, and we're willing to pay any price for immediate impact."
So our goal here is to unpack two specific concepts from this material. First, this past near miss that sort of frames the value of their key prospects.
And then the current massive potential swing that's centered on a legitimate superstar.
Okay, let's unpack this then.
Quick reminder for Leafs Nation, if you're a diehard Toronto fan and you're still bleeding blue and white, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It's the best way to stay updated every single day on our journey.
We're trying to understand this brutal equation at the heart of the discussion. You're trading theoretical future potential
Assets, that might be great.
for concrete, present-day production from an established star. And as we're about to see, the price of entry is just staggering.
Exactly. It's a conversation about sacrifice versus certainty.
Let's start with that historical context, because it really sets the stage for how the organization values its own youth. The report details that towards the trade deadline last year, one of their top prospects, Easton Cowan, was floated as a trade chip.
Yeah, in discussions for the forward Braden Shen.
Right.
And what's so crucial to understand about that near miss is the mechanism. Shen, at that time, was still operating under a no-movement clause, an NMC.
Okay, and for anyone who doesn't follow the salary cap minutia, that means the player can basically veto any trade, right?
He holds all the cards. Even if the Leafs loved the deal, offered Cowan and, more on top of that, Shen could just say no. If he didn't want to come to Toronto, the deal was dead on arrival.
So he held all the leverage.
Precisely. It complicates any transaction immeasurably. But the analysis of the counterfactual here is just fascinating. The reports suggest that, ultimately, walking away from that trade was an enormous benefit.
Why is that?
Because they went on to acquire Nick Wall, who the analysis suggests is actually a much better long-term fit for their system.
So everything happens for a reason, I guess.
It seems so. And it shows that even failed attempts give management a data point. It tells them which prospects they're truly willing to put on the table.
So the organization was willing to use Cowan then, but it didn't happen. Now, let's fast forward a year. The insider material says that while Cowan was on the table before, he'll be tough to move again this season.
And that's because his perceived value has just changed so significantly in 12 months. Cowan is no longer just a promising draft pick.
Right.
He's developed into an everyday NHL player, and he's described as very solid for his age. He is projected to become a great player.
But there's a catch.
There is. The reports highlight this fundamental distinction. While he has a high floor, a guaranteed NHL contributor, he perhaps lacks that immediate high-ceiling superstar potential.
The kind of potential the team needs to maximize its short competitive window.
Exactly, which many believe is only 2 or 3 seasons deep. So he's valuable, but he's not untouchable, not in the pursuit of a true elite star.
That distinction, valuable but not untouchable, is the perfect segue. This brings us to the truly massive idea that's circulating. This is the big swing. The core rumor is that the Leafs could become a serious suitor for Dallas Stars star Jason Robertson.
And the trigger for all this speculation is that critical first piece of information. Reports suggest Robertson's long-term contract talks with the Stars haven't gone smoothly.
And that's what opens the door.
That's it. When an elite young player, a genuine franchise cornerstone, suddenly faces contract uncertainty, the entire league snaps to attention. It's this temporary crack in the wall, and the Leafs seem prepared to exploit it.
We all know the name Jason Robertson, but for someone maybe just catching up on his career, what does the objective analysis say? What does he bring to the table?
Robertson is, to put it simply, a premium commodity. He is a superstar goal scorer, and he's firmly in his prime at just 26 years old.
He's always near the top of the leaderboards.
Routinely. And what's important to stress is he isn't just a point producer, he is one of the best pure finishers in the entire league.
Wow.
The analysis places his goal-scoring output in the same conversation as the absolute top echelon of the sport, the McDavids and McKinnons. You are buying guaranteed elite production.
That kind of talent is a game changer. And there's an intriguing personal detail in here, too. That family connection that always makes these things feel a little more plausible.
Absolutely. His brother, Nick Robertson, already plays on the Leafs.
And he's playing very well this year, according to the report.
He is. And while a team doesn't make a trade of this magnitude just because of family, those personal dynamics can quietly grease the wheels of a huge organizational move.
How so?
Well, it might make Jason Robertson more amenable to a long-term extension in Toronto, or maybe it makes the contract talks a bit easier down the road. It just adds this narrative layer that can actually facilitate an otherwise really difficult deal.
Okay, so we have a young elite superstar.
Yeah.
He's suddenly available because of contract complexity. Now we have to talk about the cost.
Right.
Because this is where the commitment stops feeling strategic and starts feeling, well, astronomical.
Yeah.
The insider report breaks down the asking price and it emphasizes the sheer magnitude of the demand.
To get Robertson, the cost would be a massive haul.
Right.
The price would likely start with Easton Cowan,
Okay.
Ben Danford,
Right.
and potentially more assets like a second-round pick just to sweeten the deal. This is where the gravity of the trade really hits home.
This is the part that demands some reflection. The report says explicitly this means giving up the Leafs' two best prospects by far.
By far.
Not only that, Cowan and Danford are cited as the organizational assets closest to the NHL. This isn't just emptying the prospect pool. This is gutting the future foundation of the team.
It is a brutal hit to the system. You are sacrificing your two most immediate and highly rated hopes for the future.
And the material singles out Ben Danford specifically.
It does, suggesting he is perhaps the prospect most likely to have the highest value if the team were patient enough to just hold on to him.
Yeah.
That's the true cost of certainty.
Wait, hold on. If Danford is the prospect most likely to have the highest value long term, isn't that just sacrificing the foundational strength of the organization for the next decade to chase a 2 or 3 year window?
It sounds like mismanagement, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
But that's the critical challenge of this move. You are correct. You are trading potential foundational strength for immediate championship viability. The organization is betting that the known quantity of a superstar like Robertson, a proven 26-year-old, outweighs the future uncertainty of two highly rated but still unproven prospects.
And what's the verdict from the source?
Given the Leafs' existing core and the window they currently face, the assessment in the report is uncompromising. You do that deal in a heartbeat. You prioritize winning the cup right now.
That makes sense from a win-now perspective. But let's zoom out on the roster fit. I have a strategic question that the source brings up, and it's a fair one. Do the Leafs even need another pure goal scorer?
Yes.
They already have Austin Matthews, a legendary shooter, and William Nylander, one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in the world.
Yeah.
Is there a risk of redundancy here?
That is the highest level strategic question, but the analysis actually suggests the opposite. Adding Robertson